Good morning. Welcome back to Dr. Wise Money, and thank you for joining me on this journey of 30 days of mindful financial practices with me. Today is day 3. Day 1, we talked about liabilities. Day 2, we talked about assets. Liabilities are things or even people that take money out of your pocket, and assets are things, on the contrary, put money in your pocket, something that pays you. So today we talk about net worth. Net worth is combining assets and liabilities in one number, in one picture. Net worth is literally as simple as take all your assets, sum them up together, and subtract all your liabilities from it. So at one point, about 2 years ago, the person with the highest net worth in my family, it was my 6-year-old daughter then. She had $2,000 in her bank. That's because I had so much student loans and at one point a lot of credit card debt. So I was really in the negative net worth part. So one way to really track how you're doing financially with just one single number, net worth, is pretty useful because it basically takes in all the things that you own and things that potentially are paying you dividends and putting money back in your pocket and growing your net worth in a more positive direction. And also it takes into account all the things that you owe, the things that are like debts you're servicing, your student loan that's charging you 7%. And some of my friends, they have to deal with the fact that they can't really do anything about $3,000 of interest every month associated with student loans. I just feel that I feel so much injustice and grievances for them. They were not spendthrift when they were going to school. They simply just weren't able to take on 2 jobs studying full time, and they incur $300,000-$400,000 of debt from undergraduate and medical school, and they're suffering the 7% interest rate, which give them accrual of interest alone a couple thousands every month. For me, I simply can't sleep with that kind of debt snowballing, which is why I paid off mine, and I want to share with others how to do the same. All right, so bringing back to net worth. So most of my cohorts in residency, I'm a second-year radiology resident, most of us are in the negatives. I'm fortunate that I've turned around the point with paying off my student loans a couple months after my medical school ended. So for all of us, it's good to kind of track our net worth. We can check in. I like to check in monthly at minimum and just see where that number is going, because life evolves and the only constant is change, and so things move. Our money flows around, so sometimes we might be paying off our house a lot faster, or most likely I don't advise that because it's low interest rate usually. Let's say you pay a lot of student loans and you paid it by selling your investment, so all of a sudden your investment went down, but however your debt also went down. So to account for both of that, calculating your net worth, which take into account your assets and your debts, or what puts money in your pocket and what takes money out of your pocket, what you own minus what you owe, that will kind of combine everything into one number that you could easily track your progress with. All right, so that's net worth. So go ahead and calculate your baseline net worth. You can take the total number of liabilities that you calculated on day 1 and the total number of assets that you calculated on day 2. Assets minus liabilities, and you should get your net worth today. That's your baseline net worth. And if you practice mindful financial practices, there's no way that your net worth wouldn't increase, and there's no way that it would not surprise you how quickly and rapidly it increases. It did for me. I never knew that I would pay off my student loans a couple months after med school. I never knew I would, be buying my second home already, my dream house, as a second-year medical resident who's only made $60,000 last year. I never imagined that I would be able to max out all of my retirement accounts and in Roth space. That means saving $23,500 a year, and this year also being on track to accomplish my goal of saving $14,000 additional in my daughter's 529 college fund. I never knew I would have gotten to today so soon. All I did is just day in and day out, I practiced little things that became part of my habit and part of my life that just gets me into financial fitness. I always say, even though maybe it's inappropriate, so I won't joke about that for now. But yes, so calculate your baseline net worth today and track your net worth over time to see your progress, and start making goals. Say, hey, I want to pay off my student loan completely within 5 years, or you can say, I want to get to a net worth of $10,000 by next year, or in 2 years, because I'm going to start saving in my retirement accounts. Things like that. Set your goals and accomplish your goals. And if you're mindful daily, just like how I'm trying to be mindful with my physical health with yoga, you'd be surprised how exponential your progress would be. And it simply just becomes a positive feedback loop where you do better and better. Well, thank you very much. I'm honored that you choose to spend your precious time with me to practice financial mindfulness. And tomorrow we will be talking about time. What a perfect segue. I appreciate your time, because time is so, so precious. Nothing more precious in this world than time. And thank you for sharing that with me. And I will see you tomorrow.